the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you.
Hey everybody, Eric Hurdo here from YourRealityRecap.com with your exclusive Brenchel wedding interview. I am so excited because we have so much in store for you guys. Exclusive video that wasn't shown on the show, a lot of backstage gossip, and we're just gonna find out about that ending. Of course, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Reality Recaps, and I'm not here alone. I'm doing it with Michelle from the Bronx.
Hey, it's Michelle from the Bronx. You can follow me at You Got Bronx on Twitter.
And we're both so excited to start it, so let's throw it over to who you really care about, Brenchel.
Hey, it's Brenchel, Rachel.
And Brendan.
And you can follow me at Rachel E. Riley.
And me at Brendon BBB12.
Yay!
Brendan, Rachel, we are so happy to have you here.
Yay! We're so excited.
Of course, we have me, we have Michelle. And
Hey!
Hey.
we have +1 or +2 to your wedding, which we just watched.
Oh,
Yay!
hey, even better. It's fresh in your eyes.
Well, I'm glad you're really happy about it. I, as a huge Brenchel fan, I kind of was a little disappointed.
Yeah. Well, I
Wanted to cry. Where was the wedding?
Yeah.
I know.
There was no wedding, I agree. I don't know why they didn't show more of the wedding or like more of the ceremony or the good stuff. They just showed it was drama central.
yeah.
And I don't think, look, there was that whole CBS market. They knew all of us had to be watching. We all know everyone is team Brenchel. I don't know why that's the route they chose to go with this one. And I was just very disappointed.
Well, I told Rachel, obviously when you do these types of shows, you take a gamble. You're putting a lot in their hands. And, looking back, you kind of understand why Rachel was apprehensive, with David, because obviously she had trust issues. And then after watching it, I don't know that necessarily that those trust issues ever subsided, because some of the stuff he said was kind of hurtful,
Ew, I know.
I kind of envisioned with like a long veil to have my hair like done a little bit half up and then spiral curls down.
Brush the weave or the extensions. It's horrible. It's like a rat's nest.
My boobs are just so big.
Well, you got your money's worth.
What did he say? The whole comb your hair or something? I was like, what is going on?
It was so unnecessary. It was like the most unnecessary bitchy comment ever, because he's like, your rat's nest and your extension. I'm like,
There we go.
my weave or is it a rat's nest? And I'm like, we weren't even talking about hair extensions.
Yeah.
That sounded like something I would expect to hear from someone on Big Brother or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I told Rachel what I think happened is I honestly do really believe this. I think that we were upstaging David Totera at our own wedding. And I don't like that.
That is what I think. We read his blog. I'm sure you guys read his blog.
Yeah.
And
the worst, stupidest blog ever.
What is you were under the ocean mean?
What does that mean? Where did he get that from? Nobody knows what that means. And being Brenchel myself, I don't know what he's talking about. And none of the fans know. Like, I don't know what my friends, my family, no one has any idea. Under the ocean, under furniture? Who hid under furniture?
A bush? Okay.
Yeah, we got a bush.
In, not even under, but in, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
In
a bush. It should have said, Rachel likes to hide in bushes or under bars. But in the ocean, what was that all about?
Yeah, I'm with you. He definitely was trying to upstage you, almost like he was playing a game himself, and he took the part of a reality star on his shoulders and said, well, I'm going to be a reality star too. And it was really pathetic and kind of low, and I really don't want to watch anything else that he's ever done.
I don't understand either, because like with the other brides, they always show the thank yous, they always show more of like the wedding part, they always show the ending, they always show like the ending where the bride is like, oh, David gave us our special day, and they have the happy music and the butterflies and hearts everywhere, and you're like, oh, well, that was awesome. But then with us, it was like, that ending was like, what the hell? I felt like it needed it to be continued.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Part two?
Yeah, the ending was batshit crazy, and not that we need to refresh anybody's memory, but why don't we throw up a clip of it? Boop.
The bride is passed out under the bar.
What? I have overheard that Rachel Riley crawled into the fetal position under the bar. What are you doing? Hey! It's David. What are you doing?
I'm so sorry.
About what?
Ruined your wedding.
Ruined whose wedding?
Your wedding.
It's your wedding, not my wedding.
Seriously? No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, come on.
Allison, this is what we all have been
No,
here.
Rachel, get up. Seriously.
I've been here for like hours.
What a mess. I have a bride who's drunk under the bar, and then Brendon's sister screaming to turn off the cameras.
I ruined your wedding.
It's your wedding and not mine.
Your
Come
wedding.
on, get up.
I ruined David's wedding. Rachel. My fiance.
Get up.
Well, okay, so here, let me.
Well, for one,
No.
I want to say one thing first, real quick. Okay, so for
Of course
one
you do.
thing, that video was like literally an hour or an hour and a half after the reception. So it was like the wedding. We had our last dance. We had all the guests were leaving. Everyone was saying their goodbyes. Like literally, they had like taken all the tables up. Like everything was cleared, and it was like that long after the reception. Okay, yes, I was too drunk. What bride doesn't drink on their wedding? Let's be real. I was doing shots with everyone I could, right? It's my wedding.
Patron!
Right? Patron, anything. I was having a good time. It was my wedding.
Right.
So after the wedding, Brendon was like, I'm going to go get the limo and get everything set up because we had to go back to the house that we were staying at. So that's where Brendon was, which they didn't show that at all. But if they would have put that story together, people would have been like, oh, the reception's over. The groom is going downstairs to get the bride a limo. And it was cold outside. So Brendon was like, don't worry about it. Stay up here, because I was already drinking anyways. And I was like, I didn't feel like walking. So then the reason I was upset, which they don't show obviously, was because one of his assistants came up to me and said, did you bring the gift for David? And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, let me preface that by saying nobody ever said anything about. Naturally, Rachel already had the idea to get David a gift for doing the wedding. In the craziness and chaos that was before the wedding, she left it at the house.
Yeah.
So
what bride remembers to bring their wedding planner's gift to the wedding?
Things happen.
I don't even think that's like a traditional like thing that people do. I think brides give wedding planners gifts after the fact, Like nobody, because you're up to the wedding like so crazy.
Yeah.
And the day of the wedding, I didn't even know where I was going. So I was blindfolded. I left so early. We had like all these things like schedules to keep. So anyways, one of his assistants came up to me and was like, do you have David's gift? And I was like, oh my God, no, I don't have David's gift. Like, what? Nobody told me to bring David's gift. So I go up to production. I'm like, nobody told me to bring David's gift. Like, what's going on? And they're like, oh yeah, it's just something that we don't really say because if you want to bring it, you can. But if you don't want to bring it, you don't have to.
Well, she doesn't really remember how exactly it happened. An assistant came up to her and asked if she was ready to give David his gift on camera.
That's right.
And without ever telling us that he was expecting a gift or expecting to be on camera with a gift. So Rachel, of course, being the person she is, felt so horrible and started getting really upset. And I was pissed because it's a stupid assistant. Like, why would you come up and say that?
Yeah, and
So-
I wanted to talk to David and tell him why I didn't bring the gift. Because I was like, I just want to apologize to David. Where's David? Like, let me talk to him. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. I feel like I ruined it now because I didn't bring the gift and we were supposed to give it to you on camera. But they don't show that. They say, I ruined your wedding.
Yeah, well, so she was really upset. And then in between there, a couple of our guests, I think, gave her a shot here or two here or there. And then she was supposed to go do some more after the stuff, interviewing. And that's when she disappeared. And of course, I had one of the PAs come up to me and said, and these were his words. He was like, "Have you seen Rachel?" And I was like, that's funny because she was with you last time I checked, and she was supposed to be with you guys. And then he tells me that he's like, I don't know where she's at. And I was like, wait, let me get this straight. You lost my bride on the day of our wedding? And then that's when they told me that they found her. She was underneath the bar. And I went over there, talked to her, then when I went to go set up the car, that's when my sister came over, and my sister, love her to death, she was like, she told the camera guy, she said, get the fuck out of the way, and picked up Rahcel and walked off because they were being disrespectful by just filming her down there, you know?
And I was drunk. I didn't even know what was going on. So Allison, thank God, was like, turn the cameras off. She's drunk. It's her wedding. Leave her alone. Like, the wedding's over. The reception's over. Like, you guys' part is over. Like, leave her alone.
I love your sister for picking her up. Anybody that can pick up Rahcel and throw her over her shoulder and carry her the fuck off is A-okay in my book, and I want to hang out with her. So
I love my sister. Yeah, when she did that, that made me really proud of her. Because that's, you know, that's
Allison's awesome. She is fun.
And my sister, by the way, is also 6 feet tall.
Yeah. I'd still go and hang out with her then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm saying I think she struck a little fear into the camera guys.
I think she scared the camera guys for sure.
Good for her. Good. I really think that he was just very bratty. I think that from what you're telling me now, you know, the assistants had no right to come up to you and tell you things. There are no rules at weddings. Yeah. The bride and the groom set the tone, not David. So
really, just the bride, Michelle.
It's true.
Just him. Well, I mean, you know, we know that it's just the bride, but I had to give some credit to Brendon.
Hey.
No, Brendon. Sorry.
Listen,
Bride's Day or gay male equivalent of Bride Their Day.
There we go.
I love it.
You declined the puffy shirt wear. You stood your ground.
He did.
I did.
I tried
he has to say.
Hey, I watched the Seinfeld episode. I know what the puffy shirt looks like.
I wishful thinking was thinking, maybe they want, because in the beginning he did that whole storyline of reality TVs. This is going to be like a reality wedding. So I kind of thought, okay, this is a joke. I'm waiting for the punchline. I was already just annoyed because I wanted to cry. I had the tissues. I wanted to see the baths. And I heard it. I heard from Matt how amazing it was, how good your dance was, how everybody loved it.
Thank you. That was really pissed me off because we worked so hard on the dance. We're not professional dancers, you know. I never said I was. Brendon never said he was. You know, we're not like in Cirque du Soleil and you're doing a wedding for 2 Cirque du Soleil dancers. Like, we are normal people that we had 2 weeks to work on a dance, to learn a dance, practice it with all the other wedding stuff. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm talking an hour, 2 hours of practice a day. And you know, he didn't really give us the chance to look good. And on top of it, the video online and the videos all I've seen and the dance, the people at the wedding, everyone was like, oh my God, it's so cute. And I thought it looked cute. Like, I don't know why he did. That was my idea. And the only thing I could think of is that because it was my idea, he wanted to shoot it down.
Well, so here's I think when we want to talk about wisdom, we should turn to mothers. My mom, I think, said two things very, very, very good. One, she thinks that David was putting us down to kind of elevate himself up, which makes sense. And then 2,
it's all about him.
Yeah. With the dance thing, you know, he criticized our dance. Our dance teacher, the one who choreographed the dance, said we did very well.
Yeah.
And so did the other dance instructor, Jason. So 2 people that are professional dancers said that we did a good job.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to hear. It doesn't matter what David says, whether he thought it was good or what, you know.
Well, funny you guys should mention it because thanks to Cindy and Ernie, probably too, Amazing Race winners and guests at your wedding, I have the actual wedding clip. So, for anybody that wants to see it, here's your exclusive look at the way it should have been shown on the show. Roll it! why don't you guys tell us about it? I know what it is. I know it was the Dance Through Time.
Yeah.
But they made it seem like it was Bozo the Clown music and falling all over each other. So why don't you tell us what it was like?
So it was really cute for us. It was like we start out and we're doing like this little like Latin-y kind of samba dance, and we do like that's where you see me put my leg out, and yeah, we do the lips, and then the dress thing. Well, the dress thing was part of the swing dance. Then we did after that we did this like the song was oh my gosh, what was the song?
The One Republic.
Yeah, the One Republic. Oh, this is the Good
This
Day.
is Good Life.
Good Life, right? The Good Life.
Disney.
That song, the Good Life music, and it was like a ballet. And then we did the swing dance part, and so the swing dance part was like it was really fun because we had the flipping of the skirt and the backflip, and then the leapfrog that Brendan did over me. So we thought it would be really fun for everyone because it was like a little mix of all these different dances, and we kind of made it so it was like the Dance Through Time.
Yeah, I mean, and we did it because it's us,
Yeah.
and Rachel really wanted it.
I really wanted it.
So me being the guy who does anything for my wife,
best husband
naively volunteers to do this, and I think I think we did amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we're not professional dancers, so for us to get out there and just give it our best and do a good job, and to land a flip in heels, I mean, for the love of God, give us a little credit.
We landed a flip, for
You
goodness
know?
sake. And they showed it in the wedding special. We had previously, Brendan had dropped me. We had
She
not
didn't hit
been
the
able
ground,
to get
though. She
it.
did not hit the ground.
I didn't, thank God. But he had dropped me. We hadn't been able to get it in practice. So we went home and practiced it. And we both said, we're like, if we can't get it, we're not going to do the flip. We're just not going to do it. So the day of the wedding, he's like, do you want to try the flip? I'm like, let's try it. If we fall, it's in front of our friends. Nobody's going to care, Yeah,
says the girl doing it, not the guy making it.
You got it, though. You caught me.
Yeah, of course.
So we did a really good job. I thought I was happy with it. We did 3 different lifts, I think, and then the flip and then the jumps. So we did a lot.
What was it like having Matt? We kind of know a little bit. He was giving the exclusive to Rob yesterday.
I think, actually, I listened to Rob's podcast today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, while I was cleaning my lab. So the funniest thing about Matt that he didn't say in Rob's podcast is that nobody else will know is that Matt was a nervous wreck.
He was. He was so cute.
For Matt Hoffman, you guys gotta understand, it's very rare because he's pretty emotionless for the most part. So to see him, he was calling us, email. He's like, oh, what do you guys want me, because we didn't have anything for him to say yet till like literally a couple of days before. I'm like, it's not going to be real complicated.
Yeah.
And we're going to print it out for you so you can read it. He's like, okay. But then as it got closer and closer, he got more and more nervous. So he
was so cute.
Yeah, he was like, what do you, he's like, do you have it? He was
like,
man, I was like, don't worry, you'll do fine. So, and he didn't tell us about the other things that he said. What? Nobody comes between you and your.
Oh yeah,
he
that was the cutest
us.
part. That was surprised. He put that in the vows. He wrote that in himself. So I thought that was so cute.
Yeah.
It was. It definitely was. Well, Brendan, you listened to it. So what did you think about the whole invite scandal on that on the Rob podcast of who got the invite and who didn't? How did you guys decide who to invite?
It was funny hearing who they thought got invited or didn't, or why people didn't go. I mean, honestly, it was pretty small. And like we said, 120, 130 people is not a lot of people. So when you start making a list, John, you're like, okay, wait, do we give them a +1? You know what I mean? I think making a wedding list is probably one of the worst things that anybody ever has to do in their life. Because you start like, okay, well, I've known them for 5 years. Well, I know that, honestly, at the end of the day, we were trying to invite people that we've grown close to together. Because I have a lot of friends from back home, especially growing up an hour away. I could have invited, half of my family and filled up our guest list. So it was kind of like we were trying to figure out, okay, people that have been close to us and people that have been there for us through the ups and the downs. Because you forget, Big Brother 12, we came off. Everybody hated us.
Yeah.
So that was a good time where we actually got to see who are our real friends and the people that were supportive of us and there for us when we needed them most. So.
And people that we've kept in touch with throughout the years, like we've kept in touch with Matt from Big Brother 12 and we've kept in touch with Hayden and Reagan. And so, of course, we wanted all those people to be there because not only did they kind of like meet us when we met each other, but they also kept in touch with us you know, we've become really good friends with them, really close.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was funny. Matt didn't know. He was like, his big question he said during Rob's podcast was Andrew Gordon being in the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And he had no idea. And what's funny is that Rachel and I are very close to Andrew and have been for a while. Andrew was one of the people, like I said, we said after season 12, we went through a lot of shit. He was one of those people that was there for us, by our side through all of it.
Yeah.
And was just a friend. Didn't expect anything out of it. Didn't expect to be on a next appearance we were on, or he was just a good guy, you know? So, yeah, we obviously wanted him to be a part of the wedding.
Yeah, and I feel like we went and, you know, we spent a lot of time with Andrew's family when we were out in Miami. We've just been really close with Andrew and his family. So for us, Andrew's like a brother.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment from it? Like, what did you guys love?
I thought it was really cool to get to be in the Lyra and then to come down in the reception. That was so awesome. Like, just to get to do that, it was so fun. And obviously falling into Brendon's arms for our first dance. That was like amazing. Well, and obviously marrying him.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
ceremony,
that too.
all that stuff.
How did you go from the silk ropes to the Lyra?
I kept trying to do the silk robes, and David was like, okay, show me that you're good at it, that you can do it. And so I'm like, okay. So I kept trying, and it was not pretty. It was like, like, okay, can you do like a turn or something? And I'm like, bam! And then it would be like, inappropriate leg spreading. Yeah. And I'm like, not for a wedding.
That actually was happening on everything she did.
Everything I did on those silk ropes, because with the ropes, like, they're like this. And then, so they're up and down parallel. And then when you're in them, it's super easy. Most of the things are to spread your legs to control them. So you have to control your legs. So then I'm like, so I'm a bride and spreading my legs on the wedding night, right? It wasn't classy, we'll say that.
I loved the room. I thought the room was beautiful.
Oh.
The floor.
Oh my God, it was so cool. That floor was so cool because literally every way the light shined on it, it would be a different color.
Yeah. I have a picture of, I took, actually, so one of my professors from school came to our wedding. He took a picture of my shoes on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see a rainbow literally around my entire shoes.
That was so cool.
Yeah, the floor was amazing.
Amazing.
Your dress.
Oh my God.
It was Sani. Is that how you say it? Sani Couture.
It was ridiculous. First of all, it was so heavy. So that was like amazing. But I told David, I was like, okay, I want like a dress kind of like what Beyonce wore, that dress that had all the lace and it was kind of see-through and stuff. And I was like, I want that, but with sequins and glitter and rhinestones. And I was like, and I don't want to wear it white. And I know everyone's like, why don't you want to wear white? But I didn't want to because for me, like, wearing white didn't seem like a wedding dress. It seemed like, you know, like the dress I was in was the wedding dress. And it was silver and white, and it had the clear and the rhinestones and the sequins and the glitter. And for me, that was like my Rachel Riley, like, perfect look. Like, it was amazing. Like, that dress was so ridiculously, amazingly beautiful. It was crazy.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yay, thank you.
I liked the shorter one, but I was inappropriate too.
Oh, right? No, I love that shorter one. Oh my God, that short dress was so hot. It was, oh my God, it was ridiculous. If I could have switched dresses at the wedding, I would have done that one. And then at the wedding, I wore the white short dress for the dance with the regular bustier with the rhinestones on it, because I was like, okay, this is my white dress, my typical, like, it was poofy and it was more like, you know, my more typical wedding dress, as they would say.
And one other thing that I did hear on Rob's podcast that we can address on here, they had said there was a rumor that Rachel was wearing about $1 million worth of diamonds.
That's true.
It wasn't a rumor. That was true.
That was true. Isn't that crazy?
So check facts, Rob.
Right?
No.
That is so crazy, though. It was $1 million worth of Charlie Lapson jewelry. Ridiculous. Like, the ring, the earrings, and the necklace, and the bracelets. Ridiculous. Like, $1 million worth of jewelry.
Wait, but Charlie isn't normally associated with My Fair Wedding. How did you come upon such a great...
Oh, nice interview there, Brendon. Nice one.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, I totally forgot.
That's Brendon. Charlie's Brendon's good friend for about 10 years, and he's also a celebrity wedding or not just weddings,
He does
celebrity
handbags,
jewelry and handbags
jewelry,
and everything.
watches, yeah.
And he has clothes and he's amazing, like ridiculously. I mean, I tried to get Brendan to buy it for me, but
Were you scared wearing all of that? Were you frightened at all? Were you, apprehensive, or you were just like, I don't care?
Yeah, no, I was like, oh, put it on, like, just sprinkle me with diamonds. I don't care. Like, if I could have worn diamonds on my eyes, I would have. I became like so in love with his jewelry. It was so amazing. And I was like, so Charlie, you don't want this ring, right?
I think I will speak for you, Rahcel, and say, Michelle, she's Rahcel fucking Riley.
I'm Rahcel Riley.
And try and take the diamonds off of her. She's got you.
I love it.
Is there anything else that you guys want to touch upon on the wedding? Because I have one other thing we need to talk about. But
look at his little face.
I don't know.
I don't think anything with the wedding. It was really fun. Regardless, it made for entertaining TV. I wish it would have been, I think if they could have done a 2-hour special, it would have been, you would have seen more of, the storyline would have made sense. You would have seen more of the sentimental and the fun stuff. But, and when it comes down to it, I thought it made amazing television. Like, it was ridiculous. The entire hour, when it was done, I was like, what just happened? Like, I felt like I was watching 5 minutes of television. It was crazy. Like, It had everything that I would have expected.
Well, that's why I told Rahcel, I was like, it's like reality television. It's kind of weird because people want ratings, but then sometimes you're like, well, I didn't know if that's the way I wanted them.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not going to lie, for reality television, our wedding had to have been very entertaining for people that didn't even know us.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think it definitely did that. It made us all want more Brenchel.
Oh, perfect. And that is good.
And that's a good thing. Which leads me to, rumor has it that Amazing Race All-Stars might very well be filmed this September, I believe. So if they were to ask you back...
I would consider it in a heartbeat. I didn't know it was going to be September. I heard it was going to be next
Allegedly, you heard.
Yeah. Well, no, but we heard that it would be in 1 year, calendar year from this past Amazing Race. But then we also heard, which I would be really excited about Amazing Race. I would love to do it. So I heard that they're not doing All-Stars, that it's going to be like a theme. So I don't know what the theme is going to be, but I didn't hear it was All-Stars. I heard it was like a theme.
Well, the theme better be Brendan and Rahcel.
It's going to be sequins.
Right? Yeah. Sequins versus everyone else.
Right, because you might have to wind up going with Ralph and Vanessa if that was the case.
I hope not. I don't think they'd get asked back, right?
It'd be a pretty tough crowd if we teamed up with Ralph and Vanessa.
Isn't Vanessa in jail?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Bye, Vanessa. Hate you.
Should have watched this from TMZ or something. They ate fallopian tubes. You guys had to eat. What was it that you guys had to eat? You had
We didn't get to eat anything.
Well, we did.
No, you had the cheeses
God.
and the meat. The cheeses and the meat.
Never mind. We did eat a lot of salami.
We had a lot of salami.
How could I forget?
Yeah.
I would never forget.
That's such a bad thing to say. Brendan, you had a lot of salami.
As long as you're not saying it while in prison.
Yeah.
Well, we're saying it on Skype. I don't know if that's any better.
Well, let's ask Vanessa.
Zingers.
Wow.
Why aren't you on Big Brother?
On the East Coast.
Why aren't I what?
Why weren't you on Big Brother? I love it.
Look, I don't love it. I should have learned my lesson at that Amazing Race viewing party when ABBA tried to choke me. I don't know if you saw that video. So, guys, what else? Anything other new and exciting happening in your lives that you want to tell us about and share with your fans?
Well, there's absolutely a few new and exciting things happening. But one that I will talk about right now is that I'm going to be joining the cast of The Real Drunk Housewives of San Fernando Valley. It is a musical based on reality television. So let me tell you how amazing that is. Like, not only is it reality television, but it is a musical with song and dance. I'm singing. I'm a horrible singer, but I'm taking voice lessons. I'm singing in the musical, and it's amazing. Like, the lyrics are amazing. The jokes are amazing. It's going to be in Los Angeles on Hollywood Boulevard. I'm so excited.
And the best part about it is when you buy your ticket, it's BYOB.
It is BYOB. So you bring your own bottle of wine and just get shammied while you're there.
Yeah.
So it's actually BYOW.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or vodka, whatever you want.
Oh.
Absolutely everything you could ever imagine in an episode of reality television in a musical. In a musical with choreographed dancing. And the guy, oh my God, Eric, you would die. So the guy he is so hot. Like, and he sings about oh, can I spoil it? I can spoil it. So he sings, like, in this song, we're all singing about, like, our characters, and so he sings about being, you know, like, the gay guy that is, like, tells all the Real Housewives what to do, and he leads the pack, and I'm like, oh my God, he's like our Randy, you know? And you would love him. He's so fun.
We're buying our tickets, and all of you should too. We'll put the information right here.
Yay!
Where to do that, so you guys can see Rahcel, and we'll see it, and we'll go see. We'll go see together.
So I'll just say, keep your eyes and ears open for some Brenchel news.
Okay.
Brenchels always working.
Brenchels always working.
And
Not Brenchel baby news. I know that's the first question everyone says.
You do that if you're in a musical. I kind of figured that out real quick.
Not Brenchel baby news.
We have our adorable niece. She's the handful we're fine with taking care of for the moment.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to fill us in, sharing everything with us. We loved having you.
Yay! We loved
And thank you, Michelle from the Bronx.
Michelle from the Bronx.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Bye. Well, that about wraps up everything for this interview, but don't go anywhere yet, because at the end of this, I have some really good outtakes and the original Brendon and Rahcel Trashbag wedding that I edited, 2 years ago, and you're not gonna wanna miss it. But I just have to say, thank you, Brendon and Rahcel, so much. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you to all of you guys watching. We do these for all of you, and I really hope you're enjoying them. Later on in the week, I'm going to have interviews with the amazing race final teams, so you're going to want to see that too. But fine, let's get to what you really care about, some outtakes on that exclusive Brenchel wedding Trashbag wedding video. See you guys all soon. Bye for now. This is the love story of Brendon and Rahcel, two bookies who fell in love on a reality show and got married there as well. And like all lovers do the night before their romantic wedding, they had their bachelor and bachelorette parties.
Introducing the One John
The next day, preparations began for the wedding. It was everything a youngish-looking bride could have dreamed of. Rahcel envisioned the most beautiful wedding dress, and her frenemies were there to help make that happen.
If we only had like a tiara.
I know, like a real one.
Like a real, yeah. If we would have had a contest or something.
Alright, all we have is that.
Like big crown. I know, but that's gonna look tacky, I think.
That's what's gonna look tacky?
Do you have tape? Tape these ends to the trash
bag. She was totally gonna say trash bag for a wedding dress.
Will you bring me a little bit more aluminum foil?
Seriously? Now you're just screwing with me.
Preferably the whole roll.
How's your train? Everything's good?
It's good.
You set up to walk straight?
Yeah.
I should probably put a strapless on, right? To try to cover some of this nipplage. Jeez.
Wait, and then you go
Brenchel's castmates really did do an amazing job with zero resources. Everyone played a major role. However, Bridezilla insisted that Danny and Shelley have jobs which would keep them off camera while making them think it was actually important.
Introducing the bride!
So beautiful, but maybe if Rahcel gave Danny a better job, she could have borrowed her white dress that she's currently wearing to Rachel's wedding, you know, instead of the trash bag.
Welcome! I said welcome! To the Backyard Hammock Epileptic Church! We are gathered here today for Brendon and Rahcel in Big Brother matrimony. The message today is love. Love has brought you two together. 1 + 1 = 2. Rahcel.
Yes.
Do you love and respect Brendon?
Yes, I do.
Brendon! Do you love? I said, do you love? Do you love and respect? I do. Rahcel.
Yes.
I said, Rahcel.
Yes.
Do your.
Okay. Sorry. I don't know why I'm nervous. Okay. It all started last summer when we were on the block. I knew from the first time that our eyes locked. We bonded over our love for science. Who knew that we would be making a lifelong alliance?
Oh.
I'll always be your #1 fan, because as I always say, no one comes between me and my man.
I said now! I said now! I said now! Brendon, do your...
Mine aren't as good. Rahcel, since the first time I sat next to you in that nomination chair and kissed you the first night in that hammock over there, I knew that you were the one for me. That undoubtedly, our love will be stronger and surpass any relationship that has ever been on ABC.
CBS. Oh, wait. Oh, sing.
You will always be my one and true alliance, and I will never, ever make any side alliances.
Thank you.
Now that the powers may be in the Big Brother Love Alliance of Rahcel and Brendon, I now pronounce you husband and Big Brother wife. You may kiss.
All right.
Thank you.
We're there, jolly good fellas. We're there, jolly good fellas.
It truly brings a tear to my eye that everyone came together for this special day in the BB house. Not like they had anything else to do. But just look at all of them laughing and having fun and blowing bubbles together. Together, but at least they're together. After the wedding, they had a reception, which was just as interesting. First up was the bouquet toss.
You ready, Charles? Ready?
Here it comes.
Think there's no way Brenchel can shock you anymore? Well then check out this.
Wow! Good night is after dark.
Garter toss next. Gee, Jordo caught the bouquet. I wonder how this is going to turn out.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Shocker. Now, if only someone would give a toast.
All right, here's a toast from one of my favorite movies. May the wind always be at your back and the sun shine upon your face, and may the wings of destiny carry you aloft to dance among the stars.
Aww.
You know what that's from?
Cheers!
No, it's from Blow.
And that concludes the love story of Brendon and Rahcel, two batshit crazy people who I just realized that I still probably haven't convinced you that I like. The end.